G'day, my name's Ian, and today we're going to have a look at some of the functions in Excel that are often overlooked, but we're sort of basically doing for quantities and costings and that GST for construction. So let's have a look. Okay, so first thing I start off, I've got a spreadsheet set up here, and I've done nothing to it except enlarge the size a little bit and that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to click up here, and by doing that I'm formatting the cell so it's into dollars. So when I put a price in here, it's like 6, you can see now that 6 becomes $6, and that makes it clear. Okay, so quantity, we'll put in 3. Okay, all good. So I could, go through and work out, 3 times 6, 18, all that sort of stuff and that, but I've got a spreadsheet and it'll do it for me. And if I do it once, I don't have to do it again. And that's what I want it to do. So I'm just going to type in equals. And once you type in equals, it's looking, then it knows it's going to be a formula. And so equals D5, and you see around the cell D5 is now blue, and inside my formula equals D5 is also blue. And then shift star, which is the multiplication sign, and we're going to go E5. And you can see the 2 cells are lit up, the right ones, and if I hit enter, there it goes. It's made it into dollars. Okay, so I want to make that column all dollars, so I just select here up on the top, which is selecting the whole column, and away we go. They're all dollars now. Whenever I put anything into here, I'll put 4 there you go, it does it. Right, so just delete that. Right, so GST, I want that to work it out for me. Now the taxation department has decided that the easiest way to calculate it, and I believe this to be true, is that divide the total by 11. So if I was to go equals, tells me it's going to be a formula, and F5, 5, and you can see that's highlighted the cell, and then forward slash, which is divided by, and 11, and then enter, and you can see there $1.64, and that is the GST component. So if I'm wanting to know then what it was prior to the GST, because as a carpenter builder I'm interested in that, so I go equals again, and this time it is F5 and minus G5, and you can see everything's lit the way it should be, and enter, and there we go. There is the price prior to the GST going on. Now you think, oh, that's a little bit of work if I've got to do it, but this is a repetitive type thing that we would do many times, so we can just select all those and right click for copy, and then we'll select a big chunk below it and we'll right click, and what we want to do here is we don't want to paste blank. What we want to do is paste, not the values, we want to paste the formulas so that all the formulas are in place below it. So I click on that, and that means that this is working. So should I come down to this one, for instance, and I put in 4, okay, and then highlight somewhere else, you can see that that whole row then titles does the calculation for me. Now I can change the price. I can make that $56, and you can see I've got a much different answer over here. But what I can't do, and you need to remember this, is like these formulas. If I click on here, you can see equals D5 times D. This one will be equals D8, but I can't change the numbers there, or I'm taking away the functionality. Okay, so really important to remember. I can only change what we would call the variables, which is the price and the quantity. Everything else will calculate for it. So 10 and 1 and here, and there we go, and that proves my point. Anyway, I hope that works for you. Cheers, thanks for watching.